Hello beautifuls, my name is Epic Treasure and this video today is the tutorial for the 7.0 all-in-one ultimate base. Please consider liking and subscribing to the channel if you find this helpful. It's taken 7 different versions to perfect it, and there's timestamps on this as usual. So the first part, I'll go through what this base is about. The second part will be building from square one. So it depends on where you're up to. If you're coming in from scratch, I'd suggest you listen now. If you've already built, say base, 3 and beyond, I would probably skip through and compare the bases, because obviously the foundations are, basically the same because it covers the same land space. Okay, so this is a point where you want to skip if you don't want to hear about what this base has in it. The purpose of this base is to have as much stuff as possible to create the perfect base, the ultimate all-in-one base. Instead of having, as version 5.0 had 6 barns, 6 breeding pens, we now have 4 of them. So 4 breeding pens, but I have changed that to having 3 tier 2 iron ore nodes up the top there. This base is designed for ultimate production in everything. So primarily what we want to do with this base is have something that is perpetually making money so we can buy resources from a vendor. The vendor has every material basically that we want besides hexalite. Go watch my other tutorial on the beautiful hexalite, the triple hexalite base. It is beautiful. They have everything here that you need. The reason I built it in this area is because the supply drops and meteors drop non-stop and very close in proximity. They drop the most important resource pre-update, which is the crude oil, and you're going to need the crude oil to get the items for the update anyway, as you move on. So crude oil is the main staple of this area. And the most effective way to get crude oil is through supply drops. You can put as many pumping stations as you like all over the place, but it will pale in comparison to the supply drops that you can get from there. That being said, this base has the breeding pens there, obviously, to get your perfect pals. But also it has a viewing cage, so it allows you to sort through everything. But it also has a pal condenser there and 2 of those egg incubators, which pop 10 at a time, which is amazing, especially if you're impatient. Down here we have the gold machine. It is nuts. These dudes just mine their brains out all the time. And obviously going over to this machine, it's still going. Look at the money's just nuts. So they'll keep doing their mining. The transporters will take their ore over. We'll put that into ingots. We'll sell them to the vendor. There's a triple vendor shop over here. Let me quickly take you over here. Triple vendor shop over here. So we'll see 1, 2, 3 vendors here, and they will have everything that you can possibly imagine when it comes to items. So number 1, for example, the number 1 item this guy has our main cake ingredients. In order to breed, you need to have specific ingredients to make the cake. And the cake goes inside the breeding box, right? So this guy has wheat, which we need to put into the mill, which is right behind us, the red berries, the milk, the egg, right? So he has everything that you need. He also has all the medical supplies too. Importantly, he has flame organs, he has electric organs. Those 2 are things that you're going to need also. So he has all of the goodies in regards to that. So that is the purpose of having this base, is that you get to have all the resources without all of the grinding that is often involved in it. So this guy here, he has the high quality pal oil and also the pal fluids. I know a lot of people have their dew mods, their whale things flopping around in the base up the top in the barnyard things. The ranches is not necessary. You can buy the pal oil straight off this guy. So instead of having to tend to animals, we just go down to high quality, bang, like $9.99 at a time. It's like the money we've got is just insane. So you don't ever have to worry about grinding for those particular items again. The only thing you will have to grind for in regards to those cakes is the honey, and that is why this base has this multi-level beehive basically in this sort of glass case beehive. So here we have all the bees down here. There's 5 ranches. So you'll see them drop their honey non-stop. There's 4 bees per ranch and they just drop it nuts. So I'm going to show you how much honey is at this base right now. We're just going to go over to here. It's got a double super oven and everything like that. We'll just grab this. So right now we have 30,000 honey. That's what we're looking at, 30,000 honey. It's 17,000 red berries, over 1,000 milk, over 8,000 eggs. The flour just needs to be spun in the mill and Bob's your uncle. So the mill I put to here, because you can only buy a certain amount of wheat at a time. So when I max out, that's how much we'll make. We'll have a water creature spinning that wheel in a minute. And then again, we just go back to the dude, buy some more flour off him and so on and so forth. So that's the purpose of this base. It is prime for every production. So you're not flying around and slaying creatures and chopping up creatures, macheting them and everything like that. There's also obviously all of the other ore that you need. There's pure quartz there. Down the bottom, we have the upgraded sphere machine. We have the stone mine over there, which also has the refrigerated crusher. So it's very, God, that Anubis was fast, very quick. And these are back to back. So this is your main production line. It's the one that you use the most. That's why it's at the front. The weapon one you'll hardly use, but it's up the back and still usable, and everything is fit perfectly into this area. We have 4 advanced chests here. So over here we have, just bits and pieces that I have to sort through. Over this one, all of your, skill fruits, etc. Then we just had the research thing, the little dressing stand here. We've got the beautiful sacrificial creature. We've got the base arch thing and making sure that you set it on, putting it on workers to get them going. And over here, I've just got all like the training manuals, and then importantly, the guild chest. The guild chest has all my main resources, everything that makes the most important things. So when you're at another base and you've put down a guild chest, then you'll have access to everything in this one. The important part to remember is also that all food stays, it doesn't tick. It doesn't tick down in time. So as we can see, the cake there is at 20 minutes. If we put it into a bag, it starts counting down. So anything in the guild chest stays like frozen in time, basically. Over here, there is the sanctuary. This is just a really cool, chill part. We get to see the waterfall and everything like that. We've got the medicine cabinet there. We've got the medicine bench here too. This part goes around to the vendor stations. You can decorate this to your heart's content. I might put a full decorating stream in the members area to say thanks for this time. And all around here, this is where you'll be planting all of the crops that, tickle your fancy. So whether it be potatoes or onions, all the new sort of things too, including those. I mean, there's so much honey coming out here. It's just pouring out of the hive up top. Over here is the bar. I place the bounty officer there. So when you do your bounties, when you're handing those little bits and pieces of paper in, you can exchange those over. So you can swap them out for high grade tech manual, for your tech points, etc. So that's an amazing feature to have him at the bar. So absolutely worthwhile for that. We've got the guild trader over here. So when you're playing with other people, bang, easy, easy, easy. We've got double furnaces. We've got double super ovens. We've got double power. I think it might pay to put another one in there too, because it's a really heavy, energy heavy base. But it is absolutely beautiful, and I don't believe that I can improve upon this anymore. It's got the expedition station there. I don't think I can improve on this anymore other than building it upwards, and building it upwards incurs the unfortunate expense of stairs, and stairs are really the last thing that you need when you have big pals in a base. Usually I'd have astragons here and they work fine, they don't get stuck, but right now, just for the sake of you being able to see this aerial shot without creatures everywhere, it's much easier to see it from this sort of aerial perspective. I consider this the most beautiful base on this island because it has gorgeous views. It has all the waterfalls behind it. It has a dungeon down the bottom. The supply drops and the meteor drops drop. You can see already one of the meteor ones over there. They drop non-stop around this place. There's also the wreckage over there. It's just nuts. So it's in a very convenient location. As you can see, minus 642, 273. I'm going to get straight into the build now. And again, this will suit people starting to build from scratch because I will start to build with very first square. So if you're ahead, skip through and let's begin. So let's look at the location, which is minus 641, then 274 in the SJ area with all the cherry blossoms. Beautiful. So if you've already built this base before the all-in-one, you'll just have to look at where the PAL box is because it hasn't been moved, and then adjust to those settings. It shouldn't be very hard at all. But starting afresh, because this is version 7.0, since we've evolved very much, we're going to start with the foundation piece because it is indeed the most difficult one of all for most people. And it sort of allows us to dictate where all the walls go. So first things first, slap down your PAL box. It does not matter where it goes right now. We're going to move it eventually. Just keep all your materials in the zone. I've got mine over here. I've got a bed over here just to sleep when it's nighttime, etc. But the first thing I want to do is just get this foundation right. And this foundation piece is going to be glass. So we're going to go up to the glass foundation here. And again, a quick lesson here. Let's just mark this on the tutorial, 1 minute 12. We're going to get this foundation in the exact right position. So we don't want it big chunky up here because we need to put the crude oil pumping device thing on it, right? And if we cover it up, we can't do that. So we need to get it very low. So I'm only using on controller, using my right stick with my right thumb and just slowly putting it down towards me. I always liken it to be like on a swing. So swing backwards, swing forwards, backwards like that. But we want to go walk back and go forwards. Very, very tiny. Like we can move around while we do that. And then we want to bring it down to one, like not that low, because even though you might be tempted to have it that low, remember the rule. If you have it this low, see how it runs into the terrain like that? So you won't be able to put any walls or anything there. So we need to keep it, at the sort of highest point. So my hot tip usually is to have a look at the terrain and go to the highest point of it. Now this section's always going to be hilly and grassy. You're not going to be able to get it all covered. So this part's going to hang out, absolutely. About 3 squares will hang out. So roughly your crude oil spot with the glass foundation is going to be about that high out of the ground, roughly. Let's get it quite right. About that, a bit, yeah. Yep, you'll get it right. Now, the placement of this is we want it on this spot. You see it goes like whoosh, whoosh, like a booty, right? We want to place that part on the left side of the booty. That's as best as I can describe it today. So we'll put that back and then we're going to lower it to the ground. So remember to push it away or towards you. So towards me, away. And then slowly, it's just like literally like a millimeter. Tiny. Right? And then up a bit more, like that, right? But we want to make sure the angle's correct. So look at your big tree out there. That's how we want to face this build. Get it right on the booty corner. A little bit lower. There, right there, like that. See? And then I want you, if you're on Xbox, you're going to hit Y. If you're on PlayStation, you're going to hit triangle. And that allows us to continually build the same thing. So we're going to put this one down. See how the right side of this, though, is clear of that rock part. And we need that because that's where like the splashback is. That's where a wall goes, basically. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the fifth one is on it. So that is step 1. The rest is going to be cake, I promise you. So the next part we're going to do is we're going to go to our very first square, which is here. And it's going to be 8 across. Now this is going to go out of the zone, so just make sure you've got enough materials on you. Or move your power box. So that's 1 we're on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're going to fill this whole sort of square in from this point. We're going to have to chop that stone down also. So just go nuts. Remember, if you're on Xbox, use Y. If you're on PlayStation, just use your triangle and keep doing this. Now, if you're a bit weird about going out of the zone, that's fine. I just like to have things nice and neat and tidy. And really, the things that go out of the zone are like they're not a necessity really. So you can just stay in zone if you want and then get rid of it later if that tickles your fancy. But let's just get rid of this stuff. All right, done. And then fill the rest in. And we will be moving the power box, like I mentioned. All right, so now we're caught up with that square. We can put the next glass foundation piece around that. So that will be flush. Now I can prove to you that you'll be able to put your production oil pumper or crude oil extractor on it. See, it's blue. Some people can put 2 on there. I think they're going to patch that anyway, so I don't want to do a tutorial with that because I can't trust that it's going to stay that way. All right, so from where we are at the crude oil thing here, we're going to go 16 squares. So again, foundations, glass. So remember, this is square number 5. We're going to go to 16. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, right? Then we're going to go next to it and we're going to go back and fill that in, get in the zone, and run it all the way back to the end. Over the bodies. It's fine. And then again, continue. Back we go. Now we'll have to break the PAL box briefly. So make sure that you have enough glass to go around to put underneath the PAL box. So what I do when I do buildings, because obviously when you break the PAL box, you don't have access to the chests that are in the proximity. So all my goodies will be in that chest. But once I break the PAL box, I can't have access to those materials from where I'm standing. So what's a really good tip is to make the items that you need the materials from while you're within zone before you break a PAL box, and then break them so they'll be on in your inventory, if that makes sense. Right? So now we can break a PAL box, and then we'll just build, because we're going to move it again anyway, and we're just going to put the PAL box down again just for now. Bring it all the way back here. And then again, just keep on building it out. Foundations, glass, and then keep going. Oh, we're just out of the zone. Just out of the zone. Just. Let's turn it around like this. All right, I think we're good now. Foundations. And then fill it in. And lucky last there. So this part down the end is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 long. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So it's 8. The longest part is 8 foundation pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to go all the way to the very, very end. I didn't even know there was a supply drop that dropped right next to us. And basically box it in. But when it says you don't have materials, you're just out of the zone, and you can just stand in the zone and then sort of reach to get it. So we'll just fill all that bit in, all the same. If we do change, we're going to change some of the flooring in this for the sanctuary part. Then we'll do that later, but it's just easy to just do it all at once. Just pick up your rubbish on the ground. We'll leave that bit for now. We're going to keep going out that way soon. I have to get this supply drop. Oops. Oh, my goodness sakes. All right, supply drop. Get you in a minute. All right, we'll grab that. Okay. We'll mine this thing. Get your sulfur out of there. All right, that's done. Glass foundation again, and just fill all the bits and pieces in. And don't worry about that power box. We will be moving it. All right, that bit's fine. And any other place you can put your foundations a win either way. All right, so grab this. Let's have a sleep to make sure that we're building in the daylight. All right, the next part. So with this little bit here, we're going to go to that very end piece that we did here, but we're not going to go from that square. We're going to go from the one just here, and then we're going to build out, and we're going to build as far out as the one down here. So we're going to box it in basically, and we will have to break a rock on the way, so you'll probably have to do that too. Fun. Just get rid of that. We don't need it. You can build your stone pit, no problem. Go, done. And then just fill the rest in. I've got a wandering merchant visitor. Fill it in, fill it in. Done. So this part here is where the expedition station goes. So that's why it's being like I'm being super generous with that space. Like as I said, we're going to move the power box, but the expedition station moves just fine. Oops. Even if it's hanging out. Like I said, you can change your custom settings so your damage to structure is minimal if you want to. It shouldn't make much of a difference. If you want to go repair stuff, go nuts. or you can set it to minimum. There's no zero damage. It's like 0.5. All right, so that's what it looks like thus far. We're going to go ahead over this side down here, and we might have to break a tree sometimes and then let it grow back. They do grow back as long as you don't put foundation over them after you've chopped them down. All right, so this part, we're going to leave 2 here. Then from this one, you need to be in the zone for it. We're going to go 12 down. So we just need to get back here a little bit. So 12 down. So there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And if you can put the next one over, definitely put it there. Right? So you're going to do the same again and match it, depending on where it lets you do it. So from here, from this point, we can just go here. And our chests are going to be in the way. Oh, maybe not. 12. Get in the zone. There we go, 12. And then we have a part that's going to be out here, which we'll build a bit later on because all these chests are in the way. It's just one strip. Yeah, so the sanctuary part's going to be around here-ish. So we don't want to break all my beautiful chests up right now. So that's where we're at the moment. So let's have a little flyover. Come on, Phalaris. And get your bearings. Now, don't worry about the PAL box yet. We'll put the PAL box right in the spot in a moment. Because we're going to... It depends on which way you want the PAL box to go. But you want it identical, it actually will go horizontally. So that's what it should look like. And that part that's here, this line here, allows us to put a wall there. So that's basically why that's in that exact location. So we're going to break the PAL box and put it in the right position. Like that. Now, let's have a look at the exact location of the PAL box. So, PAL box location is going to be, we're going to use this as our marker. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 squares across. Get into position for that. And then we're going to go 4 squares this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to put the PAL box right like here. Could be like right on the line if you wanted it to be, depending on where you want them to come out. So where that gem, sort of the sphere side is, that's the one that you want closest to you. See how that big chunky part is? That's where they fall from. They come into the big chunky part. Now, if you're going epic, my base box is red, it's broken. It's probably because you're standing in it like that. So get away from the box or anything you're building. If it's red, there's going to be something in the way. So this is where it is, because that up there, that area is going to be where the mining nodes are. So we'll slap that down, build that. Safe as a bank. We'll have a little flyover like that. So it's much more accommodating now. We're not sort of missing a whole bunch. That's basically how it is. And that allows us, when we go upwards and we have those breeding pens up there, it'll be a little bit more generous in regards to that area. So it's a really good one. I'm going to fly higher. Take a screenshot if you want to get the full bang. So from the PAL box, we're going to jump 3 squares. 1, 2, 3, like this. So 3 squares, and then we're going to go 4 across. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is where our first lot of stairs are going to go. So we're going to go glass stairs, and they're going to go from that square in front of us. Then there's going to be another set of stairs there. Then there's going to be another set of stairs going above that like this, right? So get your bearings again, like that. Perfect. Now we're going to build the deck. This is where all our mining takes place. So 2 lots of stairs, 2 levels high to accommodate for the big pals. We want to use glass roof. So 1, 2, 3. And then 4. Like that. And if you can hear my cat, just ignore him. All right, so that's what that should look like, the first part of the deck. So at the longest part up the top, it's going to be 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then it's going to be the same again, joining that bit here. Then just build it back. Build it back, 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 like that. Now we're going to go again. Oh, kitty. But we're going to do 10 this time. Yes, bunny. 10. Then we're going to do 10 again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, there we go, 9 and 10. So that's how it looks. Let's have another little flyover. Like that. So that's where our tier 2 ore will go. That's where our a couple of other mining pits will go, and our coin machine. All right, so the next bit we're going to do is the next stairs. So we're going to face this way, and then we're going to drop down here, and we have our pal box here, right here, and then we're going to start building the deck for the other platforms. So get rid of your mount, get your glass stairs. Now the first one is in line with your pal box, so it's going to be 1, 2 squares, and then on this square, we're going to build that. So that's what it looks like. Right, so it's got 2 squares that are breathable and then stairs. Then we're going to do another lot of stairs that are above that one. The next set of stairs we are going to do is going to be over this side. 1, 2, like that. So get your bearings. We'll fly above again. Like that. You can see where the crude oil spot is and everything. All right. So now we're going to get down from here, and we're going to go up these stairs, get rid of your mount. And from this one, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 roof pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 roof pieces. Right. Then we're going to go and do that 3 times back. That makes sense. So 1, I'm going to get inside the zone. Let me get back. So it's 3 back. I may as well just do that from here, huh? Glass roof. So 3. All the way to the end. We'll add some more on soon. Just want to get this main chunk done. All roof, roof, roof when you can. All right, let's quickly sleep and get on with the show. All right, so back we go, up the stairs again. The next row, up here. So we have 3 that are deep. Then we're going to go up the end here. And then we're going to go one back from that. So glass roof here. And then build that one back like this. Run it all the way to where we are at. Perfect. Then the next one, we're going to skip the last 2 bits. What are you doing? Yeah, that's right. Skip the last 2 bits. So 1, 2, skip them, and then put them here. And then build all the way. Like I said, we'll break some stuff later. Get into it. So we're at the second lot of stairs now. Second lot here. That's what that looks like. All right, so the next part is 7 roofing pieces. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. And then back again to join it all up. Like so. We jump over to the next line. Keep on trucking. And again. And some part is going to start to get very fiddly in regards to the terrain perhaps. That might involve you having to use posts, etc., which is totally normal and fine, which I had to do last time. So let's just keep going. Sufficient to get in the zone. And God. All right, we're going to have to be fancy with this one. I'm just breaking that so I can get my materials back so I'm in zone. So I just broke that just so I could get it. So I'm going to put that in the corner over here. Not enough support. So this is where our pillars come in handy. This is where our sort of helpful antics happen. So we'll just put that there. We're going to go get some of the materials that we need for this support. And this will be helpful all along the way. So what are we missing? We're missing palladium, are we? Yes, we are. All right, so we just need to get some palladium. Where are you, palladium? Do we have any in there? I might go through this and you might go, it's right there, Epic, you missed it. You're like, I didn't see it. Ah, yes, just that I saw it at the bottom. All right, let's go grab it. Yeah. All right, now I've got heaps. So this part over here says there's not enough support. Hopefully I've got enough rocks. I think so. Not enough support. Which is fine because we'll be able to remedy this, don't worry. So with this game, they've introduced pillars. Thank God for that. And sometimes you have to be fancy. You have to do like other pillars to create platforms that create roofing pieces, etc. It's just very odd. So putting this piece here should allow us to put a glass roof on because it sits on top of them. Like that, see? So we didn't have that option before, that opportunity before. And then we can put it underneath, like that. We don't necessarily need this part here or here. These will be enough. I would just leave those ones as is. Do not muck with them. I just leave them. So that is what that deck part looks like. Now we go back up here and we have to have the bit that juts out. And again, we're going to have to break some stuff for this too because we have to put stuff underneath it. So, glass roof. It's going to be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the place where our Pal Essence machine goes. That's where our incubator goes. And I might put 2 incubators there actually. Serious business. And that's where the viewing cage goes also over there too. So that should be nice. So we might have another flyover again just to get your bearings, make sure everything looks good. So we'll start there. Have a look from that spot. Then we'll spin around. And from that spot there, etc. And we might have to break some of these in order to get that big crude oil pumper to get going also. All right, so the next part, we're standing at the PAL box here, and we're going to go 2 squares away from the PAL box. And we're going to put if you've got a Japanese post, go nuts and put one there, Japanese style pillar there. Then another one here, and another one here, like that. Then we're going to put the glass panes there, so walls, 1, 2. And that's where that goes, right there. The next one we're going to do is you've got 1, 2, 3 squares away, so 3 in between. We're going to put our Japanese post in this bit. 1, 2, 3. So it's matching. And then we're going to put the glass wall in between them, like that. That's what that looks like. After that, we're going to go over here, and at the end of these, we're going to get our glass stairs. So all the way to here. And we're going to build them 2 stories high there, like that. So we have a gap over here and a gap over there. That's how that part goes. Now, this is a part where we have the bar, etc., and the sanctuary. So in this part, we're going to start from this little bit here, and we're going to count 4 squares down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and stop, and then grab one of our wooden walls with the window in it, like that. Then we're going to run here and go 1, 2, 3, like that. That's how that part goes. Then over here, this is where our little sanctuary part is. So we're going to go to the Japanese door. Now, with the Japanese doors, it's a bit weird. You can't really build over the top of them. So usually you have to build structures first. But for now, we're just going to put it here anyway. But keep in mind, we're going to break it. We have to break it. So put that door there. And then we're going to build wooden walls behind it. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, like that. Right? So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to build a roof on top of it, which is just wood. Oopsie, have to do it the right way. So it's going to go, how do I want to do this? We want it to go like that. 1, 2, and see how we can't build over that. So build our roof first. Like that, and then we can put that door. It's just because it's got that awning on it. And make sure that light thing is the rectangular lights on the left side there. This there, like that. Right, so this part you can just have whatever you want. You can have one of these windows, whatever floats your boat, whatever tickles your fancy. You could even have just another door there if you wanted to, like this. So that's how that bit goes. Jolly. All right, next part we have is we're going to go here. We're going to get our wooden triangular wall and put it here like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have slanted roof that goes along all this part. But obviously, we need to do a little bit of fiddle-faddling around. So the Japanese roof is what I use for this one. Like that, right? And then what we'll need to do is we need to get just some walls. Those there. Run the walls along there. And then attach this one like this. We'll just leave that part for the moment. But yeah, it's a nice little facade, and it's where the vendors are going to go to. It's where the vendors are going to be stationed, if you will. who is looking beautiful, I think. What you can also do is go get your Japanese pillars. If it allows you, sometimes it won't because of the foundations and structures, but you can put them to divide walls up, for example. So if you want it a little bit more chunky like this at the bottom, you can do that, for example. Might change that bit there to those now. That's what that looks like. So get your bearings and have a look. That's what she looks like thus far. So above that part, we're going to just jump up here. And we're going to have that backing section. This is where those beautiful illuminated eggs are, thanks to Prime for that hot tip again. So these are just like this. It's exactly what that looks like. And then we have just a bit on the end, like so. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go down here. We're going to go to the Japanese pillars again. And we're going to go pillar like that. So it has this beautiful like finished look to it. And this is where all our kitchen goes along here. So this goes to the sanctuary at the back once we make that. Very nice. So what you'll need to do though is if you do build, for example, we go storage, we're going to go refrigerator. Once we have the materials, the polymer in there, which is I believe is in the guild chest, you might have to break a roof because some things are, too high. So we might build a guild chest. No. Guild chest. So we'll just put that. I might put it under these stairs because it's safe as a bank there. And we'll get Splatterina out because she's pretty quick. She's very good. Very handy to have. We'll build that and we'll start. And it's nice to do the pretty things in this too because it allows you to have at least some reflection on the work that you've done and how good it looks. So it's nice to have a little bit of decoration, a little bit of guts in it instead of just the structure. So I like to add a little bit of flair into it on the way. All right, so now we've got our guild chest. We can go nuts. So up here, we're going to do that fridge. So, the fridge will fit. So the fridge I just put here. Then what I did, I think, I did. I put a wooden box next to that. We can do all this stuff later, but I just want to get some joy. Get Splatterina in here to help build that, I think. Then what I did was I actually built the basic kitchen, right? When we have a look at the food, we have the electric kitchen, right? But in the technology tree, we have a look here. We got the big one. Where are you? I went past it, did I? Did I go past it? Gigantic furnace. It is somewhere. Yeah. The large scale oven, which you'll probably want. But if you don't have it yet, it's worth 5 tech points. You can just build what I built on mine. And we'll do 2 different versions, which is the electric kitchen, which I don't have any charcoal for some reason. So it'll be electric kitchen here. Then it'll be like a shelf with bottles there just for flair. And then another kitchen there. If you have the smaller one, if you've got the bigger one, we'll do that version with this. Because by the time you've got this base, it's what you should be working towards anyway. So we'll do the big one. But again, if you don't have the big one, then go for the small ones, 2 small ones. All right, so if you want to build, if you can hear a frog outside, just ignore it. If you want to build your electric kitchens, it's going to be one of those there, like this. We'll get Splatterina out actually, build it. Then the next part is the wooden shelf with the bottles on it. So we have to break a roof for that because you have to have 2 like levels high to build it, and then you put the roof back on. So that, then foundation, put the roof back on. There, like so. Then put your other kitchen in there if you want to do it this way. So rotate, 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 rotate around. And then there's your next kitchen. And that's what it should look like. That. And then over in here. So we'll hang back and then have a little squiz at what this looks like. All right, so that's what it should look like if you're using the previous kitchens. You might even be using the cooking pot. Now we're going to have a look at using Big Daddy Kitchen, which is a large-scale stone oven. All right, so now we're building the large-scale stone oven version. That. Tumbling around the place. Okay. So big one. Put that here like that. Then, can I have this now? Yes. Then, yes, we might have to break here a bit. Storage. Oh, it might allow it. Then we want to go to that one. Big one. That's it. Beautiful. Then we want to go up to do this. The wooden roof. Oh, we might have to do that first. Do the wooden roof first. Wooden roof first. Then put it through. Food. Yes. Splatterina out. Go to the guild chest and dump some stuff off. Should we have more of the helpers out at the base, shouldn't I? Anyway, let's get on with it after that's built. All right, so this part here had a furniture piece, which is the wooden counter. So we spin that around here. It depends on where you want to put it. As long as the dude's got enough room to get through, then we move, then we're fine. So we can put it like, you know, I mean, ideally I would like it back there, but we kind of want it, you know, user-friendly kind of area. So we'll just put it there. I think that will be okay. And if not, if you get stuck, because we're going to put a vendor there, then you just have to move it forward. So there we're going to put a sandbag, like right, even just try and put as close to the edge as possible. Like that. Now up here, we're going to build our egg incubator feature. So just the basic egg incubator. Try and get it right. 1, 2, 3, like that. Now do I have any eggs in my inventory? I've got 1, 2, got 2. Let's go grab another one. Grab that. Imagine if it's an amazing egg in there. It's what we never know. Like secret egg. All right, we're going to set the egg, and we're not going to hatch. We're not going to get it out. We just want it to glow. Basically, oops. Try to put a circuit board in there. It's very smart, is it? Okay, and then this. Yes, I do need to build it. That would help. Okay, and then we put the egg in there. Done. Glowing, glowing, glowing. Then this roof is going to be glass. So glass roof. We're just going to build that here to close her in. This part here is wood. Wooden wall. Yeah, like that. That's what that looks like. Just like that. Okay. Looking beautiful. You might like to add your little bits and pieces of your vines and stuff if you want. So over here, we can just use our ivy on the wall here. And I think this is a good idea because at least you can then put your chest down and then you have access to all your goodies. So just there and one there. And then get the small ivy on the wall thing and just bang, bang, edges of it. Edges like that. One there. And one over here. Like so. Another thing you can do is go to foundations, get your Japanese style pillar. You can put one there for looks. And you can put some more vines on there if it tickles your fancy. Like that. Even here's nice, like a little secret garden to the sanctuary. Now obviously we need some lighting in here because it's so dark. Like when it's not being used anyway, so we can just go lighting and then you can kind of sneak in a wall lamp. Like if you could just, oh, I just had it then. Sneak in a wall lamp in there. God, I should have just clicked it then, eh? There. Hopefully she'll build it from there. She's going on the other side to build it? Yeah. I just sort of, it's about sneaking these things. Go. Sweet. So we've got two of our big ovens there. What I put over here was a food box. It's just a cooling one. So it is the cold food box. Just chuck it here. They can build that. That can be their job. Then you can go over to get your vines. Put them in between that, and then just a little shrouded one. Like that. That's what she should look like right now. On to the next. All right, next piece. So here is our PAL box. We have one square here, and then on the next square is going to be our goodies, our furnace location. So the first one is just ahead of our box, so it's here. And then we've got another one here, another one here, and another one here. That's what she looks like. You can make it shorter if you want to, by the way. That tickles your fancy. If you want it a bit small, then go nuts. But up to you. One of mine has 3, one of mine has 4. Just depends. So production-wise, we're going to go grab the crude oil extractor, which is here. Again, people have put 2 on there. I'm not going to muck around with it because, like I said, I believe that they're going to patch it, and that would just, you know, make it obsolete, this tutorial obsolete in future. So there we go. They take a while to build. They take a lot to build. They'll take circuit board. Well, not that actually much. PAL metal ingots take a while. But so get those going. What other thing we need is we need the big furnace, right? It's a big unit. Now, in my original base in 6.0, I only had 1, but I feel like we need 2 actually. So I do want them, but I don't want them right next to each other just because it can get a little bit crazy sometimes. So I'm going to put you here, right? Then we're going to actually put number 2 there. We need some flame organs, which we can do. So what I'm going to do, now if you haven't seen my tutorial about capturing merchants, go watch that one. I'm going to get one of my merchants, which is, I think I call, maybe this is my all-in-one merchant. Merchant blue. we want... I'll see if you've got... Hey, you come here. You got the flame? Right, he doesn't have the flame one. I should really name them, shouldn't I? Ah! You got the flame one or what? Yes, he does. All right, so we'll just buy a ton of those. All right, there we go. And then gigantic furnace. You might only be able to afford one at the moment. That's fine. Deal with it later. And then just put it there. Let him build it. In the other section, I had a monitoring stand, which is god tier of all items. I'd like them to move out of the way first, actually. Splatterine, are you working with? You do that one. We'll put the monitoring stand there because I like it. Well, while we're waiting for them, we'll just go foundations, go to Japanese pillars. Put your pillars down. So it looks pretty. I'll move on to the next one. Next one. Next one like that. Okay, that bit's done. We'll get the PAL monitoring stand. There. And ideally what I would like to have here is the PAL work. They're in my wagon. I want to have the repair bench. Like back here. And then the PAL gear on there. They can just make that when they're ready. And then we'll go sleep. And then on with the next day. All right, the next thing we're going to do is... Let's get through this. We're going to go to infrastructure. We're going to grab the large power generators. If you don't have these, then you can just use the little ones for now. But when you're using these big pumpers over here, you need more. So I'm just going to chuck this one here. They will, listen to me, they will still get to them. They'll still charge those up, even if they're not rubbing them. This is probably one of my sort of biggest pet peeves, that people feel like their pals need to be like charging them up, like rubbing against them, and they don't need to be. I'm just going to bring out a few electrical boys just to power things up so we don't see that red icon next. Very triggering. So we'll just grab... Oh, he's starving. We don't want him, do we? Get out of here. Yeah, we'll get some of those in. And we'll just bind them to that. So if you don't know how these workstations work, then check my tutorials on that. So, oh, yeah, build the other one. Okay, power generator, bang, bang. And then we'll get the other ones onto it once that's done. All right, you're looking good. Look at this freak standing over here watching. My goodness. All right, so up we go to the tippity top of here. And we're going to go across to production. On the second page, perhaps, depending on your thing, we're going to put down one of these tier 2 ore things. And it might hang off. It's okay. Then we're going to put down a coal mine up here. Then we're going to put another tier 2. Doesn't, like, you might go, if you're like into explosive stuff, you use the guns, then you perhaps might want to put like more sulfur ones around. Like, just make it yours. Do you. Right. So there's that one. And then on page 3 for me, we have the quartz. Hopefully you're still in zone. Hope it is. Okay, so we have that. Right, so they're already onto it. The next thing we're going to do is go over to production. We need some PAL metal ingots urgently. PAL metal ingots, we need 100. We need 100. All right, we'll get a fire boy onto this. Even a couple of them, actually. What am I doing? They're on expedition. Yeah, all right, get them onto that. Get them cooking them. Then we'll do the gold thing in a minute. So we've got our section up there. You could put a chest up here too if you wanted to, whatever tickles your fancy. What we're going to put over here, though, this is where our big expedition station goes. We can see the border is like there. So if you want to get rid of the glass and go nuts, you really don't need it. But we want it in the PAL section. So let's just spin it around. We kind of want it close as possible. Move it back just where it's blue. And we're just trying to make the best spacing possible. Yeah, that's as good as it's going to get. So Splatterina can go over there. We just have to be careful about the pathing. So if you find your boys, there's no reason for the boys to come back and forth through there because there's only a breeding pen that goes there. Yeah, it's just about fitting everything in as well as you can. All right, how's our PAL thing going here? 26. We should have put a bit in column A and column B, shouldn't we? Get them both pumping off. You come here. You go doing that one. Get you both doing it at once. Okay, so that's being built. Splatterina, I need you to go. Put the vendors on it and everything. I don't know why that's taken so long. That's pretty damn quick. We'll actually quickly go across here and send on expedition. Actually, I probably shouldn't have sent those because I had half of the group. But anyway, whatever. Better than a kick in the booty. So this is where we're going to put our chests. We don't need to do that right now. Do we have enough for our goodies? What are we at now? Production. We need 60 more. Not good enough. We need more pump. All right, so we'll continue on with the next bit. All right, so next bit. We're going to face our stairs and we're going to go up and we're going to go foundations. So we get a glass one. Glass roof. So one there. Remember, don't get your body in the way or you're going to get in trouble. 2. And then we're going to go one over here. 3, like that, right? And then we're going to have 5 long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. Okay. Then we're going to go across again and fill it in. All just flat roof, right? 2 stairs, then we have 2, then we have it again, cross, but this time on the 3rd part, we go back 1 more, like this. And we're going to fill it all in. Bang, bang, bang. And you can break some stuff later. Not yet. And I'm just going to put this here and this here. Now this is the important part because this is our beehive, right? This is the most important part because it is our beehive. And if you're new to this and you're like, what the hell, what is she talking about? You might like to skip it if you know this. With breeding in this game, I know many people have heard this many times before. There are ingredients you need to make for the cake. And the cake goes in the breeding pen. That's how the eggs are made. There's ingredients that you need for that, which go over here to our oven. You can see here, we need flour, red berries, milk, eggs, right? Look how many we've got. And then we've got honey. So the vendors at this place that will bind to this base have all those ingredients except for honey. Honey is the only one. So we have to make a beehive to accommodate these needs, right? We have to make a beehive because there's no vendors, to my knowledge. If there is, if you found one, you better tell me, that have it. So this is where we start to make our, the whole big bang beehive. Then we're going to go across, all the way across the front. Like that. Now what's going to happen, this is just a nice feature I like to have, is this glass wall here. And then just build that up. We'll deal with that later. So we have a gap there, and then we have this here. And this is just a nice little, you'll see when we're done, it's a nice little pointy feature. I'm just putting that in there for the moment. So when it comes to building your beehive, we go up here and we go, okay, we need to put down, go into the PAL section and go ranch, and then put the ranch in a place where when the PALs come up the stairs, they go straight into the ranch. So keep that bit open, as close to you as possible, and open like this, right? Place that down. We'll get a splatterina out one. Build that. So the next part we do is we need stairs to go up. It's a way that's not going to catch anybody. It's not going to trap anybody. So we can go glass stairs here. Then we have the landing, right? So glass roof here. Then we do the same roof again. Right, so we just build across. We might have to break some stuff. And this is where the second part will go of our little barnyard farm thing. Keep on building, keep on building. Lots of glass. But you'd be crazy to build this out of wood. You really would be. All right, so we sort of basically role play up the stairs and then PAL. You can make this higher if you want. If you want to go nuts, people love those Jumid things, those whale things flopping around. Make a few more levels if you want. If you want to have certain farm creatures, like dropping stuff off, then indeed, just go nuts. Have all the goodies that you need. So get splatterina back out. And then we get to this point. Right, we could have it all the way along here if we wanted to. Go across to your foundation again. Go across to your stairs. Make sure that we're not sort of mucking around on the boundaries though. If we're mucking around the boundaries, we're going to be in big trouble. The boundaries are just there. I reckon that's pushing it. I reckon we're going to go one more back. Just sometimes when they get stuck on the boundaries, they can go in circles and that is not good. So we don't want to muck that up. We want to keep it as tight as possible. So I'm going to try do that here because we might even need that row, but just to be on the safe side. I just don't like them getting stuck on the boundaries. So again, build. You can build as high as you want. But, you know, it obviously depends on how many PALs you can have at your base, too. We might go... Yeah, we'll put that over here. And that will go... I'll just put it down here. So we've come up... And leave it. Another one over here. All right, then we'll go back and put our next little ranch thing here. Ranch, and keep it open where those stairs are. All right, that's that bit. And then they walk around. And then we can go across the foundations here. And we can just break that one. Glass stairs. Do the glass roof here, up there. Then our stairs here. What's your problem? There we go. And then up. We can do another 2 glass walls. Bang, bang. Roof. Build across. Fill it in. And we're going to have like a sanctuary on the roof too, like a little party deck for them. And then we want 2 walls. 1, 2. Ah! Yes. Another one, another one, another one, another one. And then more roof. Oh, it's night time. We gotta go rest. Go rest now, actually. And the next night. All right, so back up we go. We can just grapple up there if you want to. Or we can role play going up the stairs. So let's just pretend we're a pal. And here, and this is where we can clear off anything unnecessary. But you can also put beds along there too. As long as it's just rubbing the boundary. Just rubbing the boundary. So here we're going to go up, role playing the pals. Going into the farm, up here. It's a good opportunity to put beds there for sure. And then we have this bit. So we're going to slap some more on the back of this one. Bang, 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 bang. And then we'll just put the ranch down there. Pal ranch. Rotate it around so the opening is to you. Like that. Then we can go across to foundations again. To the stairs again here. Up to the glass roof. And off we go again and again, again, as high as you want. So you can finish this build and just start tacking on extra roofing if you want. Remember, you can build as high as you can fly in the game. But, I mean, like I said, you've only got so many pals at a base. And you might want to make this base, you know, like a full, you know, pal oil base if you wanted to, for a while. That tickles your fancy. So here we arrive at the stairs. Bang. Get our one more wrench, I reckon. Then we can go to our foundation. That there. And then build it up. Now you could build a double sanctuary up here, like a double area for the big pals to chill out on their beds, etc. Or even a teleport feature, so they teleport straight to the hot springs. Because it's only 1 story high, so it's not the most ideal for the big pals to get up it. But they certainly teleport straight to the hot springs. So again, that one there, that one there. Then we're going to do triangular wall at the top. That just looks nice. Make sure we didn't miss anything. Go to the front. Like that. Looking good, hey? Looking beautiful. Look at you go. All right, so we're going to go up the top. And we're going to put those hot springs there, which is under infrastructure. One there. Might not let me. Yes, it will. One there. Another one there. And then you can just put a bunch of pal beds around the place. Now, if you start hearing things blowing up, it's because you put too many like blueprints down. And you'll start to like build some more things and you hear explosions. It's just the blueprints blowing up and saying, hey, chill. Or get some more like handy workers on to it. Anyway, go nuts with your design there. You might want to build a back on this, perhaps. Or not. Up to you. I think it's handy to have some boxes on each of these levels. I'm not sure what other people might think of that. So having the box just allows those transportational pals to put the honey straight in the box there. And you can actually put them inside. You can actually put them inside with the creatures. I couldn't even believe my luck when I realised that you can actually put things inside these. So I find that to be handy. Look at them. Helpful Harrys everywhere. You don't have to have them on every level, but it just makes it quicker. And so once they dump it in the box... Oh! Once they dump it in the box, easy peasy. So that's what that part looks like. All right, now comes the sanctuary part. So with that, I like to use the Japanese foundations. I just think they look nice. And you might not be able to have your way with the whole area because of the terrain. But it's okay. And again, like that. And then we need to sort of move these boxes down the way too, which is something. We want to have, and we're going to have to change it perhaps. We want to have over the top the wooden wall up here, another wooden wall there, and another wooden wall there. We could have glass if you wanted to. Yeah, we might actually do glass with that. Keep on breaking. Be very careful breaking stuff. So go to glass. I reckon that's safer. Not that wall. I reckon that one should be the Japanese style wall here, like that. Then we're going to have the wood above it. Then we're going to have the Japanese sliding door here with the rectangular light on the left. In that order, otherwise you know it's not going to work. We need to have the glass foundation there. It will let me do it, thank God. So we go into here. And at this part here, we're going to have a glass wall there like that. We're going to take the bed, steal our bed off ourselves, and we're going to put the bed down, spin her around like that, and build that there. You can put anything you want here. You can put your medicine bench, you can put a different whole thing. But what I did with mine, I had the Japanese sliding door here and another one here. And just kept it open. And then also went over to furniture and just put some ivy on there. And then also put on another glass wall to go above it. Like that. You can have that open as often, you know, makes sense to have it open. But I love this like beautiful garden area. I think that looks very sweet. Now, depending on your terrain is going to sort of dictate what it lets you put down. It might not let you build like any other glass wall because the terrain might be a bit too high, which is fine because you don't really need too much here. And the same goes with, you know, around this area too. So it's sort of indoor outdoor zone that can still be like closed in like that. You just can't put perhaps the foundation down depending on how you built it. So we can just build from the top down instead. If you get lucky, sometimes you might not be lucky, it might be indoor, outdoor. But in our case, we have all this beautiful just grass area. Over here, you can build your medicine bench if you want to, which is, I've got the advanced one over here. Just put that as close to the wall as possible, like that. And going to... We want it to go structure, pal pod, the medicine rack is what we want. So the medicine rack can be there, unless you want it out in the main zone. Then all good. You can have some. Let's see. You can have these pal pods. They just look really neat, I think. Here. That. A little bit difficult sometimes for the big pal bed because it's on sort of uneven ground. Looks a bit wacky sometimes. If you can get it in the right spot, which you won't be able to. You might have to do the smaller ones, which is fine. Terrain's not usually very pleasant. You could even have like a little hot spring in there if you wanted to in the corner. And then you can go nuts and then again go for the ivy. And even some ivy that's sort of shielding that and shielding this. And all up here. That. Looking lovely. So they can keep on building all that stuff there. Then we can move all of these chests. I'll spare you watching that. So get your hexalite chests. I'm just going to break this one up. And I'm going to build it here. You might have different chests at the moment and later on you can do it. So into the storage section, highly recommend this one. The advanced chest, and then just put it where it lets you. That. And the same over this side. I just find it very convenient. It's close to where the PAL box is. And easy to sort out. And then I'll just pick all this stuff up and I'll be back. The next part. All right, back again. Now we can finish this off. Now that those beautiful chests are all there, nice and pristine, we can then finish off the foundation section at the side, which is just glass foundations. And just go nuts there, 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 there. Now I'm trying to remember where the tree was. Let's just break this. I'm going to break that. And I'm going to break that. Because I want that big tree to come back through. And I'm not sure if it can. I'm just going to break those two for now. Let it grow through. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. We can actually break that one. I just can't recall where it is. So once that grows through, then we can put our foundation back around it and it will stay. As long as Splatterina there is not able to do lumbering. If she's able to do lumbering, she will chop it down. So we have to stop her from that kind of behavior. And you do that through the monitoring stand. So let's quickly go over there and make sure that she's not doing that kind of freaky stuff. So look for logging, which is this next column over. Splatterina. Oh, she's my Splatterina anyway. All right, so that's that. Them done. Looking beautiful. We need to put some vines up on you. Small there, there. We need some lighting. So we're going to grab the simple street lamp because they're much smaller than the other ones. The other ones are very tall. And light it up. Just give some light to the area, which looks nice. All right, we can get rid of these big Jormuntide Ignises. They just very much take up the space, which I don't like them doing. All right, on to the next part. Now we're at the part where we have the production area. So making sure that we're in the zone for this, which is fine. We want to go across to the weapon one first because it's the one that you're probably going to use the least. And then we're going to put that at the back like this. Let them build that. The next one we're going to have is over here. And we might be able to put another foundation piece in. I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, we can. It's not really, it doesn't need to be there, but it just, to my brain, it looks neat to have it there. We're going to go across to production and we're going to pick the stone pit. And the stone pit we want there because it allows us to make, obviously, stone, but also the palladium things, which we obviously do need. So I want to have, just want to make sure that I'm in the zone again. Just try it there. I think it'll be fine there. That there. And I know people love the refrigerated crusher. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm just not. We need some palmetto ingots. Because I just don't like having all these cold creatures everywhere. Oh, we got it there. What's your uncle? Guess it was meant to be. All right. Refrigerated crusher. So that's why I like to keep it there because it's right next to it. You could have it going the other way so the view is better. So let's just do that. We want to cancel you. Refrigerated crusher we'll put here. And then we'll put the stone pit next to it. Like that, get splattering it out. They can build that. So it's not visually disturbing, is it? It's not a visually disturbing thing. Go sleep over here. Bloody move. Sleep. I mean, you might just have one door there. You could have one part open if it keeps closing on you. All right, back we go. Now, this is a section that you'll get to choose if you want to do this or not. You can build a whole like breeding pen there if you really wanted to build one there. I don't know if it's necessary. now that I'm sort of a little bit wiser to the builds, etc., what we can do, we need some palmetto ingots again. I reckon the end one's got it. All right, we're going to build this gold assembly line first. Yeah, it's a little bit of a fiddly one. Because I think ideally, if you are full bang breeding pals, you want probably a base that is just breeding pens. I think that is probably the better idea for it. Because at this point, if we try to build a breeding farm, good luck. You know, we have to have an egg going through the roof, and I don't know if I want to have one there. Really, I think it's probably better to have. What the hell? She's going absolutely nuts in there. Oh boy, we can have it. I think it's actually better to have. Let's see if we can bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. We can, we can. I think that's actually much smarter. I'm going to... I'm going to temporarily break this square because that tree's not back yet. I think this is a much better build. Having 3 tier 2 ones is much better than having another breeding base. Because ideally, I think you want all your breeding bases like right next to each other. You don't want them scattered all around the place. They're going silly over there. The next thing that you want to have is one of the new features, which is the advanced sphere assembly line. So we need some more PAL. These. God, we should just make a ton of them. And then we'll just get our Jormuntides out. We'll do that. Jormuntide, Jormuntide, Jormuntide. Because you can never have enough of those. Let's get them cracking. Those things look good. Very nice. All right, so we're going to go up the stairs to the breeding zone. Here, I don't know what he's doing coming with us. The weirdo. And we're going to go to PAL breeding farm. And we're going to fit this one in, just walk it in until it goes blue. Like that. There we go, one there. And the same thing with this one. Sometimes you got to sort of go side on, so it fits. Okay, that one goes. You kind of just got to keep walking it around. Because once they're like forced to go there, it's not like they've got to walk up and down the stairs. They just go. They just ascend there straight away, which is nice and easy to deal with. So, whoops. Next part we want to do, oh my God, is underneath it. We need to go underneath this part first. Get all this broken crap all over the place. And just see. This is going to take a... Ooh, lucky today. Okay, one there. We'll try and get these as close together as possible. Back. I don't even see what the line... Oh, there's the line. There it is. All right, so we got those. That was just lucky that fit there perfectly. Back on the roof. You might not be that lucky. You might just have to fiddle around and keep moving it around until it fits. Sounds great. We go to... no, we do not want to build an altar in there. No, we do not. We want to build a viewing cage. So we want to have it like here. Then over here we want to have the essence. Well, we actually want to have... I'd like to have 2 of these incubators actually. I mean, I suppose you don't really need 2. That's being a bit greedy, isn't it? A little bit greedy. What your problem is? Why can't I build that there? Because what's underneath it? Let's see where else I can put this. It'd actually be really nice to be like featured there. It's a little bit claustrophobic, but I like it to be there though. I like it at the top of the stairs like that. Like I said, there's big pals aren't going to be coming up and down these stairs. There's no reason for anybody to go, oh, my big Grisbolt can't get up the stairs. That he should be able to go straight to the pen. If not, you can move that somewhere else that you like better. So the essence machine, you can just put it wherever the hell you want to put it. I like to have it, you know, kind of next to this. Yeah, just looking for where that perimeter is again. We got lots of room actually, I'm surprised. Yeah. We can actually have it there. It was just being weird. It was just being odd. I don't know why. I don't like them like that. I mean, I can afford to have 2 there, so why wouldn't I? Build the rest of it. I feel like this one, it's weird, you know, I make the base at the start and then I remake them and then they just seem far more generous than before. I can't quite explain how that happens. So we've got 1, 2 there, we've got 2 up the top. So we've got a total of 4 breeding pens here. Now, in my mind, I would love to have far more of the ore in this, but people are not going to want that. They're going to want their farms and things. So I have to kind of deal with it. We need that. We need that goodness. Give me that. We need to have the advanced sphere assembly line and what? Hexalite plasteel. Okay. Cancel. Hexalite. How much bloody plasteel do I need? 50. And a lot. Oh, for goodness sake, stop. The hexalite going. We might have to go back to the other base and grab some of that. So we've got the advanced sphere assembly line that we need, and then we need the production line, which the production assembly line, which is the most, in my opinion, the most important one that you use the most often anyway. So to me, I like to put it. No. Can you move, please? I can't see. I'm sure they can still get to it like there. We'll just see. Come on, Splatterina, let's go. She hasn't been chopping down trees and she's been running around. So we'll just quickly make something now. See. So 2 dudes working on that already, and they are on the line. Sweet. So that's all good. That works fine. Shove that under there. Not a problem at all. This is where you can do all your farming stuff. I would not be putting wood here. I know a lot of people are doing cozy builds with wood and stuff. It's still far too dangerous. You get the Chillet Ignis come in here, you're going to find out you're never going to be putting wood down again. And you know how much I like to build with wood. So I highly recommend against doing that. Again, put that there. Do I not? There we go. Thank you very much. You can build from, whoops. Sufficient. We need some more paldiums. Who would have thought? So now we need a frozen creature. Frozen. Astigore. Yeah, I need you to come do this, buddy. Oops. Electricity. Did I get rid of my electricity, dudes? I got one. Maybe I put the other one away, I don't remember. I've got heaps of electricity. What the hell are they doing? Maybe we need another one because we've got the big things now. I need another infrastructure. Power. Oh, accumulator. We should really have the accumulator. We should have a whole bunch of accumulators, actually. Try and find a safe space for this because it's kind of chunky. Well, I reckon we could probably, yeah, we could fit them at the, it's a shame because our bedrooms there and can't sort of shield it. Can build it there. I mean, I suppose you could put them up on the roof, couldn't you? A whole bunch of accumulators up there, storing excess electricity. Yeah, I don't know how many one can build. I'll soon find out. All electricity. Build 100 of them there. Never run out. Alright, grab that. Grab that. On the way past. I did a boo-boo up here. Glass wall. Oh, whoops, wrong one. Glass wall. Wall. Japanese pillar. And then Japanese pillar. Then Japanese pillar. Just put your pillars down. They just look nice. And then put your vines all over the glass. You could put them on the other side too. They look kind of cool. And then the bottom, if it will let me. Might let me do it. Not gonna let me do it that way. But that's okay. Let's see. Can I turn around? Q. Might actually. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me cook. I reckon. I think bringing that there might be a good idea. Like that. Then we can put some beds down this way and put the vines there. Probably don't even need this back wall actually, because a bigger bed will fit over there. Little secret bed section at the back. I reckon that's a good idea. I think that's being a little bit more safer. It's neat, but I think it's a bit. Be careful you don't break the wrong thing. And then it's nice and straight. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's see about the beds. Infrastructure. Just make sure it's not on actual line. Okay. Scatter, scatter, scatter. Sneaky, sneaky. And then put your Japanese poles. And then they're not going to be eating into the terrain at all. Whoa! Good stuff. A nice little illusion over there. 2. I did a naughty thing. Whoa, we got a problem here. I think because that bed is there, she's not liking it. Lucky last. Let's see if I can do it. Alright, it must be the bed. The bed was just jutting into it. So you can build the bed, go back around there and do that. Rid of the vines first. And we're good. Alright, back to the vines again. Alright, there's that. Okay, that bit is done. Nearly finished. Nearly finished. Alright. Next part. Oh, that's right, we didn't need that bit there anymore. Changed my mind about that. Yes, so we've got the vendor shops in here. They'll walk around here. It's within the zone. You could make it deeper if you wanted to. Or you could make it, you know, yeah, a different material instead of just having this plain wall. You could have one with like a window, for example. So with this one, we could go foundations, go across to, you know, the Japanese style one, for instance. And then go across your defences, get your sandbag, and just put your sandbag as close to the wall as possible. There. 2. 3, like that. And just leave that open. Then when it comes to, I'd leave this door open and that door open. That's where your vendors are able to go to work. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll show you in a minute. So we're going to go across to the monitoring stand. I'm going to bind them now to it. So with the sandbags, we have this sandbag here. That is the wandering merchant. Oops. This sandbag here, we put the other one. I think, just trying to think. He can fit in the bar just fine. I want the bounty guy to be at the bar though. asleep again. The bounty guy's handy at having it at the bar all the time because then you can just hand your stuff in. And once you're done with all that, you have to worry about it. So he's just there ready to serve. So we've got a red coat. Let's see. Sort. All right, so go across to merchant blue. And then the vigilante bounty officer. Okay. I want to get one of these off it, and I don't know which one it is. So we'll just say it's the first one. Vigilante bounty officer. Let's see if he goes over to the bar. There he is. Can you get in there? All right, he's at the bar, right? So I just bound him to that sandbag. So it means that we can go hand our stuff in at him all the time. Exchange. And then once we get the bounties, then we can hand the tokens into him to get, tech manuals, etc. So now we can bind the other ones. Go over here. Sandbags. Over here. Wandering merchant. Next sandbag. Shopkeeper all. Third one. Merchant blue. So they will go over and be bound to their shops. Bang, bang, bang. Beautiful. Here, if you have a guild, for example, you can build those little trading things. It might be under infrastructure, is it? I forget where it is. It's other? Yeah, there they are, flea market items. So you can just put them, one here. Shivers, I did a bad thing. Green one. And then the blue one. Next to each other like that. So you can do your trading with your pals, etc. there. And then all this section's obviously for your planting stuff. So wheat, we kind of very much need a mill right next to it. If you want that, the vendor sells the stuff that you need. So I don't know if you really need to have a wheat plantation. You can go nuts and have like a carrot one there. A lettuce one's another one. The vendor sells a lot of this stuff too. Tomato one is over here. We can have that over here. Just depends on what you like to make. You might have a special, recipe theme that you like to have all the time. Whereas, I'm not into that. So you just make it your own. So here I would recommend having, personally, I would have 2 mills there. Because sometimes you just want stuff to be produced very, very, very quickly and just dual wield them, but you can just have one if you want to. Don't forget all your other important things, such as your water fountain, so that makes the watering speed quicker. You could have this in a sort of more aesthetic looking location. Where that is, I don't know where you want to put it. My tree has not grown back. I'm not happy about that, but I'll get over it. We can just put it here outside the window. The flame cauldron's another one. Just put that. As long as they don't get caught on it, then it's okay. We've got the large toolbox that speeds up the handiwork. These are things you don't want laying around, really. So you could just put them at the very top of the roof and nobody would see them. The stump and axe we don't really need here. You could have a logging camp if you want. Go nuts. We need the silo also. So we can put the silo. We could actually put it in the breeding pen. Perhaps it'll fit. It'll fit in one of them anyway. Yeah. You can just put anything anywhere, basically. It won't sort of infiltrate it. We need the pal oil. We need this. It doesn't matter where you put as long as it's in the base. But it's kind of cute where it is. Stick that there. That's all done. I'll have that. Thank you very much. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that. So what do we need? We need that sphere assembly line, which we can make now. Grab that, put that down here. It's a little bit different from the previous space, but they will fit. Actually, a smarter idea would be spin that around. Make them go back to back. Like that. Makes them more breathable. And then if you've got your potatoes and your onions, you can slap them down in there too. What else are we missing? I don't even think there's anything else. Let's have a look. Sulfur mine we're missing. We are missing the sulfur. Put there. Remember to put your boxes around the place so they don't have to be running across the map all the time. Just chuck it down here. And then went up to the top where the gold coin machine is. To put their ore there. I mean, you could put the basic chest there, but I think those ones look nicer. And I'm wondering, you might need another infrastructure power generator, perhaps. The alpha and beta wave thing. I did originally have them in here. I don't know if I want them right there. We could have them. Could build one here if we wanted to. Actually, we could build them behind them. That would be interesting looking. No, they might get caught on it. Which one does which again? The beta does energizing the pals. So energizing the pals. I don't particularly want it there. Picky. They can build that. And then for the beta one, I'm going to jump all the way up here. Yep. And then have the beta one there. Just because you know what it is for. And I don't know, if you know that the beta calms them, it's kind of nice to have it there. I think. I don't know where the hell I'm going to put it though. Can we sneak it in here? And just build that there. I think that's everything. I think we're done. Obviously, you can put your lights around the whole base. One thing we did not put down is the alarm bell. You can just leave that up here if you want to. If you want, the alarm bell's handy to have. Build that. Set it on work mode. Down here. Oh, the flower bed's another one. Oh, we've got to build the guild chest. Oh, the guild chest is over there. Silly Billy. This is risky because they can often get caught on it. And we've got this whole section here, which I'm not even going to hold my breath for this tree to come back, as long as I have Splatterina running around. So let's just fill in this. Keep it in the zone. Like that. Then we can go... Infrastructure. Other, no. Where is it? PAL. Oh, we need the research lab. So we can just have it there. Statue of Power. Here. And then the dressing facility you can have here. Go grab the foundation for your glass. And just build it around the outside. Build up like that. And leave that one there like this. That. It won't let me build from there because there's a big thing up there. Pillar. Another pillar. Yes. Oh god, I'm not in the zone. Now I am. And click. And click. Click. A nice little zone. I find that quite calming. Yeah, I think it looks nice. Nice and open. So if you want to get fancy with it, you can just put a nice little table there and some chairs. Wooden bench. That. And then don't forget the other little trick was to use the furniture. Go to the Japanese paper lantern. Jump up on here. And then just put the lantern on the very edge of it. Rotate it around. And then do it on the other one. Because they don't run off electricity, so you can just have this forever illumination around the place. That. Put them on the benches. Put them on the one here. Get your deer scare. Calming. And we want the deer scare in the sanctuary too. Let me do it. I just don't like building things on rocky ground. Middle there. And yes, so for those vendors, you can put these folding screens behind them for a bit of pizzazz, as long as they don't get stuck on them, which they could very well do. Hanging scrolls, another nice little feature. And then again, the lanterns, etc. You can actually put the lanterns on the edge. Yes. If you wanted to. That. Lighting. Simple lamp. Lots of lights. And even in this section here, it's nice to have. Bang, bang, bang. Done. You're complete. You finished it. We'll fly over. So a little bit of a change. Again, make the changes that you want to do. So we've changed from a 5 breeding pen base with actually 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5 breeding pen base into a 4 breeding pen base, but with 3 tier 2 iron pits and the excavation station, which is handy to have. We might again need some more of those power towers, but we have everything. We have the stone pit, we have the coal pits, we have the sulfur and the quartz, we have the crushing machine, we have 2 mills, we have the section for the incubation by 2, we have a display cage thing, we have the pallet essence machine, we have all of the vendors bound to their sandbags, we have the bounty hunter man there, we have the smoke coming through the chimneys with our elite ovens, 355 cakes coming in, and that's what this space is basically all about. It's just having production sort of ongoing for everything. So when it comes to you wanting to make the cakes, you know exactly what to do. You go over to your vendor. My buddy here, I've got some good items, buy, and then just go nuts buying all the milk, all the eggs, the wheat, etc. Put the wheat in the mill, get your red berries, get your bees in the beehive. That's one of the first things that you should be doing to get all the honey. So I'm just going to grab them now. Beehives for the bees. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll bind them to the farms, the ranches. Start from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got more. I didn't even realize I put that many in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oopsie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Top and get that spare one. And whatever else you want to put at the ranch. We need geomatites there. We need... We've got transporters up there. We've got the bees there. We can have Lylene there. I might do a perfect base team video later. You can put your comments below, your recommendations, etc. Actually, know what else I needed there. We've got 2 furnaces, 2 super ovens, 4 advanced chests, all the bits and pieces you need. No crazy over decoration and stuff like that. It's just not necessary. I'll go up here to our machine. 8, that's crazy. It's a lot. So just let the machine do its work. And that's what those ore pits are for. Like I said, if I had my way, I would have the tier 2 stuff all along here. But, we try to keep everybody happy so they can have little barnyard, farmland things too. I hope you enjoyed this build. It has taken wild amounts of time and breaking it apart so many times. If you like what you see, please consider liking, commenting, and thank you to all the members that made this one possible. We have one more flyover before we go. Base 7.0 all in one. Beautiful.